Welcome to episode 10 of Coffee with Kelsey. In today's episode, we're discussing discipline. What are some steps we can take to maintain our discipline, and why is it important? This podcast is brought to you by ballroomdancecoach.com, 7-time award-winning instruction, helping dancers of all levels maximize their progress and express themselves on the dance floor. I'm so glad you're here today. Grab your coffee and let's dive in. Having discipline can mean slightly different things to different people depending on what their goals are and what they're really going for. But here's a secret. There are less qualified people than you doing the things that you want to do simply because they choose to believe in themselves and have discipline in the things that they're doing. Without discipline, there is no success. Discipline is explaining to your brain every day that you need to sacrifice immediate pleasures to receive greater rewards in the future. Having discipline is your ability to keep working at something even when you don't feel like it. It's sticking to your plans and following through on your commitments, even though it may be tempting to back out sometimes. Discipline doesn't mean you have to be rigid or inflexible. It's more about making choices that align with your long-term goals. That could mean saying no to instant gratification and focusing on the bigger picture, even when it means sacrificing immediate pleasures. Having discipline is not about being perfect, but making progress, even in small steps. It's a journey of continuous growth and self-mastery, where you learn from your setbacks so you can keep moving forward. Having discipline can do more than help you hit your goals. Honestly, it can transform your life, reshape your mindset, and empower you to become the absolute best version of yourself. With discipline, you'll learn how to prioritize tasks and set realistic deadlines while avoiding distractions, and it will allow you to accomplish more in less time. Discipline can also help you make healthy choices. Things like including movement in your day, like dancing, eating nutritious foods, and getting enough sleep. This is so important. It can also help manage your stress. Self-discipline is also about setting aside time to relax, even if a part of you feels like you should always be busy. And I know this is something that I also struggle with, and I know many of you do as well. So these healthy habits will not only improve your physical well-being, but also enhance your mental clarity and emotional resilience. You can absolutely train yourself to become more disciplined. Discipline is a skill that can be developed and strengthened with practice and effort. It's just like learning anything new. It takes time, dedication, and a willingness to learn from our own mistakes. The key is to start small and gradually increase the challenges you set for yourself. Don't forget to be patient with your progress. Honestly, struggling with discipline is a challenge for many people. And there are several reasons why we might find ourselves struggling with having discipline. It could be because our goals aren't clear enough. Maybe there's a lack of motivation. Possibly your time management skills need work, or maybe you've fallen into some unhealthy habits. It's also possible you may be trying to change too many things at the same time. Identifying that root cause of your struggle with discipline is crucial for improvement and addressing the issue effectively. Focus on one small goal at a time. Give yourself a chance to succeed with that before adding more to your plate. Having discipline is all about making conscious choices. And that starts with prioritizing your daily tasks. Make prioritizing a habit by allocating regular time for work, practice, exercise, whatever your day consists of, and create a daily or weekly schedule that outlines what you need to accomplish and when. Focus on what's most important each day. When you know which tasks and goals are at the top of your list, you can give them your attention first. Being disciplined in this way helps you make sure that the big things get done and don't get lost among other less important tasks. In the current world of what seems like instant gratification, it can be very difficult sometimes to understand what type of discipline it takes to become successful in any space. And this really reminds me of the iceberg illusion. If you've seen this image of an iceberg and you just see the very, very top of it that says it's success. The success is what people see. But when you think of an iceberg, the smallest part of what you see is the very, very top. Everything else that goes into that is so massive. An iceberg, iconically, is absolutely massive sitting underneath the water. You only see that very, very small portion sticking out of the water. And when you think of a success illusion iceberg, and you see just the success, just what people want you to see right at that top. And then underneath the water, you have everything else, what people don't see happening. The courage, the hard work, the persistent, all of the changes that you have to go through, the doubting yourself. That's a big one. Also, the struggle to go up the hill, all of the failures. Everyone has failures. You have to fail to learn. If you don't fail, you don't learn. And that way you can do it better and then fail again and then do it better again. That's normal. Creating all of those good habits, taking action. And let's also talk about the disappointments, because there are disappointments. There are definitely disappointments along the way. And all of the sacrifices that you make, the late nights, the risk involved. Because when you're going for something that you want, there is always risk involved. You never know if it's going to work out. And right at the top is that discipline. The discipline that helps you get through all of those other things underneath the water in that massive piece of the iceberg. A hard truth with this iceberg illusion is that most people probably won't support you until they see that it's popular to support you, until they see what that little sliver of ice above the water that is success is showing. And you know what? That's okay, because whenever we are creating and developing our discipline to reach our goals, we learn along the way. We learn how to make things better, how to become more resilient. So whenever we reach that point of success, or whatever we deem our success to be, that it's that much sweeter. And at that point, trust me, you won't even care if everyone else around you is supporting it or not, because you will have done it for the right reasons and have done it for yourself. And that's the most important thing about having discipline. It's getting to the point where you reach success for yourself and that you are happy with your success. So go out there and get it done. I know you can do it, and develop your discipline to reach your goals. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode of Coffee with Kelsey, brought to you by ballroomdancecoach.com. Be sure to follow the podcast so you know when the next episode is released, and I'll see you next time.